Human design, I'm a 1-3 sacral manifesting generator. I'm all defined except for my root center and my solar plexus center, which just reminds me that I wanted to make a tweet about the solar plexus because I've noticed that people I meet who also have undefined solar plexuses, and like if we make any connections, but even if we don't, like I can really feel these, like, because okay, your conditioning sits in your undefined centers, right? It can also sit in the gates that you have open. And when I'm around people that really haven't like done the work to release their conditioning or like work through their traumas and healed from the major themes of their life, I can feel their stuff. It's wild, like especially in the solar plexus. The solar plexus is a center in your human design chart, so it's the center of emotions, it's the center of creativity as well. But mostly like emotions. And so people who have undefined solar plexuses, I talk about this in my ebook on human design. People who have undefined solar plexuses amplify the emotional waves of others, and they like take on and amplify people's emotions. So that's what I mean when I'm like feeling other people's energy that's like been stored in their solar plexus. And I also do this, you know, undefined solar plexuses also do this with emotional authorities, which anyone that has a defined solar plexus is an emotional authority, and their authority is emotional waves. Like up and down, up and down, up and down. I really have noticed that anyone I'm around that has an undefined solar plexus and like they're still like holding on to that conditioning, which it shows up as avoiding confrontation and avoiding your truth, I really like feel that in people. It's like, oh God, it's so unsettling. It shows up a lot as like anxiety, or just like it's just like a weird feeling in your stomach depending on what it is that they're storing there. But like for some people I've been around that like they like there was a guy I dated and he had an undefined solar plexus, and he was also Capricorn moon. So Capricorn moons like don't have a really hard time feeling their emotions. And so whenever I was around him for an extended period of time, I would like have these crazy purges of crying. And that's one of the ways that the solar plexus releases emotion, especially if you have an undefined solar plexus. Like you really need to like allow yourself to have those times where you cry. But like for me, being around him, because he didn't like feel his emotions and he just like compartmentalized them, which Cap moons tend to do, I was like feeling all of it and purging it all for him, and it was really awful. I like was always freaking crying around his ass. So that's what I mean.